My friend, some of my favorite chords are going to be diminished augments. Why? They cause tension. I know, chords that are feeling happy, nice and fun, but chords that build tension, they're sometimes used as passing notes to get to other feelings. So the whole idea is learning what a major is wonderful, 1, 3, 5. Learning what a minor is, 1, flat 3, flat 5. And when we get to that diminished, we change that minor by stacking those minor thirds. It changes the way that we feel about chords, like a G minor, and then flattening that fifth. Ooh, way more tension. So today's chord we're going to be talking about is an E flat augmented. I really like the E flat augmented. The reason why I suggested the E flat augmented on the ukulele, because when we play a G major and then we move the fifth up, we get a G augmented. Well, guess what? An E flat augmented is the same thing. So if we were to just play this and keep that low G open, or high string G open, it gives you that feeling of tension with the 1 charismatically as the E flat, and then moving back down to the flat 5 and the flat 3. So how do we play this in other places? Well, gee golly whiz, that's what this video is about. If you dig it, subscribe, put something cool in the comment section, and become a member, why don't you? If we take our middle finger, our ring finger, and our pinky, and we play the 5 and then double deuces here on parallel fret 6 and 6, and then we make a big old stretch with our first finger on the 2nd fret, we can get the chord, but it's awkward for our hands. I just wanted you to see it. The next way to do is to take that same shape that we play like here and put it right here. I'm not a big fan of wrapping my pinky over the top, as I have a hand injury. It makes it really impossible to do that anymore. But what you can do is you can play that same backwards chord, looks like our G7 or a B diminished, put it up the 5th, and then skip the 7th and put your pinky on the 8th to get that note. Let's see if I can do it right here without pushing my A away. Not great. Practice. So the next one that we would do, take your finger, go all the way up to the 8th fret. Awkwardly enough, you're going to skip the next fret, and then you're going to use those 3 fingers to play what looks like your D minor, I guess, for lack of better words. Now, this isn't one of my favorite ways to play it because I don't like doing that. I think it feels awkward. So I play with the bar chord right here, put my finger here, and then let this one finger play, the pinky actually plays both notes right in between there. And feels, oddly enough, really fun. You can move it around. So if you want to, you can also use one of these fingers as a mute. It will still give you like your E flat augmented right here with your sharp, giving you that sharp 5. When you're trying to play something and you move it up like right here, if you don't play this, the low G right here, or the G golly whiz, the high G string, and you just leave it open, well, G is in the chord, but it just sounds a little bit too much, does it not? So I usually avoid using that, and I just play the top strings, and then I do wrap that finger, but it's not hard of a stretch to put it here. I just pull it back and put the pinky on top and mute it. It doesn't allow anything to come through. I'll tell you what, if that's the only tip you take from here, many of my beginner players and some of my intermediate players haven't jumped on the concept, or nobody showed them, or they haven't experienced yet that sometimes muting notes in one of your chords is a great way. And one of the functions I do that I teach that from is pick a scale. Like, how about we're doing E flat, so we'll do E flat here. All the patterns are the same, so when we do our E flat right here, it works out that if you put a finger, let's say like this finger right here, and you use other fingers and do your E minor, because that's the chord we're doing. See how that finger really never needed to move? Well, when I'm teaching scales, I'll talk about utilizing that for the root and then putting it here and letting the rest of the fingers just kind of fall into place. The whole purpose is we've already started a mechanism of learning how to use our fingers like this just so we can get individual notes. By the way, these are called minor seconds. They're the smallest distance betwixt notes in the Western ear. So when we take the 2 minor seconds that are in a scale, or a diatonic scale, a grouping of notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, the 3 to 4, and then the 7 to 8, or the resolution. If this sounds fun and interesting but was like over the head, subscribe. Learn a little bit of music vocabulary, put it into your daily use, and ask questions. Aloha.